Need to write an obituary but you're not sure how? Here are 4 easy tips to get you started. First thing you gotta do is just gather the basic information. So in this case, for the deceased, you wanna make sure you have their first and last name and any nicknames they might have gone by, their age at death, the date they died, where they're from. You'll probably want to include a photo. Make sure you have the names of any surviving family members or those that have preceded them in death. You're going to make sure that you have the funeral arrangements, if any, and then make sure you have any kind of information regarding any place to send flowers or a donation for to honor the person who died. This is also the time to include how that person died if you so choose, but that's really on a case-by-case basis based on how you feel about that person's death, if you want to include that or not. Next thing, you want to make sure you sum up who they were as a person. So this would include where they went to school, what they did for work, but this is the time to share their passions, what their hobbies were, what they really liked. Were they in a book club? Did they join a bowling league? The things that make you think of this person and be like, oh, that's so that person. And that's what you want to include here to make sure that those reading your obituary really feel like they have a sense of who this person was. Arguably the most difficult part of writing an obituary is forming the structure of it. Usually they're not very long, usually a paragraph or two. I'm going to include a version that I wrote that you can use as a template for any ones that you might want to write if they work for you. You can make them longer or shorter depending on the person, depending on how you feel about that person. That's really up to you. The last thing you want to do is proofread. Proofread. You read it, have somebody else read it. Make sure you double check everything on there. The spelling of names, the relationships of people to the deceased. Make sure you have the addresses right for any funeral arrangements or donation places. Make sure you proofread and make sure everything makes sense. And there you go. You've written a simple, informative, and perhaps touching obituary. Writing an obituary can be overwhelming, emotional, and, just plain difficult. So hopefully you can use this as a jumping off point to create something that you're proud of. You've got this.